It seems like a lot of people brought up mine and Agnes's relationship, so I kind of would like to elaborate a little on that and kind of explain exactly what happened. Most of it was all correct, but there's probably some holes that need to be filled. So Agnes and I met back in 7th grade, and me and my cousin Sid, we didn't have internet and cable and all that stuff back then, so we used to always just get on the phone on the freeway and call up all the different girls in our school just to chat and gossip and stuff like that. So me and Agnes had actually spoken on the phone a few times before we ever met. And I remember the first time I met her because in my mind I was just picturing some dorky, geeky, non-symmetrical looking girl. And then when we met, I clearly remember thinking, wow, she's surprisingly kind of cute. And not too long after that, I found out that she liked me. But I figured at my age, it was probably best to keep my options open. And, you know, she was only in 7th grade, and she's probably too young to date anyway. So nothing really came about our relationship in middle school. And several years passed, we didn't really talk much, and probably like 3 or 4 years until sophomore year when fate brought us together by putting us in almost all the same classes. And it was because of that, and the fact that she wore a cheerleading outfit a couple days a week, that we became pretty good friends. And I started to become interested in Agnes. And I knew that she liked me before, so I figured that she obviously likes me now still, like why not? And all I had to do was just put the word out there and she'd come running to me. Much to my confusion, it didn't exactly work out that way. And after about a year of passive-aggressive flirting, I concluded that she must be playing hard to get because she's trying to get even with me for leaving her high and dry back in 7th grade. And I figured, okay, well, I can continue on with the Shawshank Redemption approach of just slowly chipping away. Or I can make more of a grand gesture, kind of, something really sweet just to get the ball rolling and to speed things up because I wasn't getting any younger and I'd be turning 17 soon. So I had to think of something, what do girls like? What kind of things are girls interested in? Nowadays it's easy, all I do is go on Google if I'm confused on, what's something nice to do for a woman. But back then I had to come up with my own plan and I decided on 16 roses on her 16th birthday. And that seemed like a good plan. I probably saw it in a movie sometime. I was a little mad at myself for not coming up with that plan a year ahead of time because I could have saved some money on roses. But I went ahead with it and I showed up at her house, gave her the roses. She seemed like she enjoyed it. Everything seemed to be going well. She looked happy, and I went home that night, patted myself on the back, and decided, okay, what's my next course of action? And my plan was to ask her to homecoming, have her say yes, and then learn how to dance, and then impress her with my dance moves, and she'd be mine. So, on to phase 1. I asked her to homecoming. She said, of course, no.
I said, let's go as friends.
Okay, it was something along those lines. And I didn't have that much experience with women at that time, but something was telling me that's not a good sign. So I ended up going to homecoming anyway. I went stag. My friend picked me up. And Agnes went home with me also. She went stag, and my same friend, our same mutual friend, drove us there. So we rode to homecoming together, stags, and we hung out there. We had a lot of mutual friends, so we were kind of like all hanging out with the same people at homecoming. And then we had to take a group photo. Funny thing was, all of our friends were coupled up except for me and Agnes. So she sat on my lap during the photo, and at the end of the night we rode home together, all as singles. And it was kind of at that point where I realized that I don't know if this is actually going to work out the way I planned. So that's pretty much kind of was the end of our high school relationship. We didn't talk much for that time, and we literally didn't speak for 10 years. Well, we graduated, and then we literally didn't speak for 10 years after that, which is kind of funny because, as was pointed out earlier, we both went to Cal, and we both walked at the exact same ceremony. And it's really rare. It's really rare when you consider all the different ceremonies there are at Cal during a given year, and plus the fact that we both only graduated in 5.5 years. So anyways, 10 years passed, nothing notable happened during that time. And then I get an email from Agnes talking about the reunion. And like Christian said, when the email came, I knew for a fact that this wasn't about the reunion. She's trying to make up. She's finally regretting letting me slip through her fingers all those years back, and she's trying to get back in touch with me. So we exchanged emails. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the reunion. I was traveling at the time, and but a good thing, my cousin Sid, he was able to go to the reunion and check her out for me, because I mean, it's 10 years, a lot can happen in 10 years. And when I got back, I spoke with him, and he said she still looked good. So I decided to give her a call. And when I called her, the first thing she said to me was, "Wow, I can't believe you remembered my birthday." And I responded, I was like, yeah, of course. How could I have forgotten your birthday? And the rest is history. So, that's a story of me and Agnes, for all you who are maybe curious. Okay, well. Okay, now onto the thank you part of this. We want to thank everyone for being here. We know some of you have traveled pretty far to be here, and we appreciate it. We really want to thank the bridal party for doing all the things they did, and everybody else. There's so many people that helped out. We just want to thank everybody. We can't, there's so many things. I can't go around and name names, or else I'm going to forget somebody, and then someone's going to chew me out probably later. So I just want to know that everybody who helped, it's been noted, and we thank you for it. And Agnes and I, we especially want to thank our parents for everything they've done. For everything they've done, from birthing us to raising us, supporting us, loving us, everything. We know we wouldn't be here without them, and we're glad that they are our parents, and we feel extremely lucky that, we got them as parents and no one else. And they are probably the biggest reason that me and Agnes are such wonderful people. So we want to thank them for all that, sincerely. But lastly, I want to toast to Agnes for pretty much putting this whole wedding together. If I put it together, it would have been a disaster. And I'm glad she took that on. She's been working so hard the last 3 months, non-stop, to get everything just perfect. And she literally did 95% of the work. All I had to do was show up and look good. And yeah, so I want to toast to Agnes for the wedding, for saying yes, for doing all the diapers in the future. My lovely bride, Agnes. Now I think we have to cut the cake. So come get some cake.